Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, in some TA. Alright guys, so we're going to make today's update pretty quick here, considering, what's going on here. All the indices popped up to new highs today, and we have an FOMC rate hike decision coming tomorrow. So we're just going to run through things pretty quick here. We're going to run through the indices, run through Bitcoin, the Trump trade, and that is about it for today. All right, so we're going to kick it off here with SPY. I am going to point out, guys, we are above that 590 psych level. From here, guys, I do think SPY is going to be coming up to 600 bucks. Doesn't have to go straight there, considering we are having an absolute massive day today. IWM is up, almost 6% on the day. VIX is down 20% on the day. It would not surprise me to see some consolidation here, or, maybe FOMC gives a little scare and we pull back into these support levels. So we're going to be talking about that today. But, at the end of the day, we are up at new highs here. If you have not already taken profits on, stuff that you were loading up on the dip there, we knew the dip was going to be a buying opportunity. We didn't know how deep the dip was going to go. We had a scenario we talked about over here. We're going to say, hey, we're going to have one more of these days right here, and then it was probably going to start getting bought up. What happened, guys? We ended up breaking up out of that 2-day little range. We had the 2-day back-to-back inside days. We were saying we typically don't get a third one. What happened? We started breaking up. We did get closes above these daily 9s and the daily 21. So those are the short-term moving averages we watch here on this channel. Specifically that daily 9, all right? Good things happen when you're above it. Bad things happen when you're underneath it. You either trade flat or you are going to, see your pullback. Guess what? You're now popping up to a new high, guys. If you pull back, we are expecting buyers to step in somewhere over here and then head up to a new high. 600, I do think, is incoming. All right, so support on SPY is going to be 586.12, 583.32, and 581.29. Do I think you're coming back over here? No. All right, so I'll just, leave it at that. We're going to be targeting that $600 psychological level over here on SPY. I'm going to point out your daily RSI has not even hit overbought territory yet. I was pointing that out, considering, all of these times you kind of hit it and you danced around it for a very long time. We did not even get that this cycle, so I did not think the cycle high was in over here, and now we're pumping to a new high. All right. People want to, they want to get angry because things are taking more time. Guys, this is what I say when the market, or this is what I mean when I say the market does not go straight up or straight down. We knew the pullback was going to be a buying opportunity. We had bullish weekly structure. There's a lot you had to do in order to see this thing turn bearish. And at the end of the day, anyone who was trying to short it, you got wrecked. All right, real quick, you got wrecked. It happened to have happened all in 2 days, but this is why we were bullish on that dip. It is about it. All right, so that's SPY. QQQ over here, guys, also popped up to a new high. I don't think we're coming back down here. I'm just going to take these off of our chart. Now we're at 505, so we had the 505 psych level above 503.52. That was the previous all-time high over here. From here, guys, we have 510 and 515 as the next psychological levels we're going to be paying attention to. I do think we are going to continue higher. I'm going to point out we have the same exact thing over here on QQQ as we had over there in SPY, where your daily RSI did not even hit overbought territory yet. I think this thing is just getting started. Just my opinion. I could be wrong on all these things, but, my opinion was also that this pullback was going to end up being a buying opportunity. And, yeah, it was time to, start nibbling over here. I was looking for a bigger sell to really get, take a bunch more risk on there because, at the end of the day, we did know we had bullish weekly structure. And like I just pointed out, daily RSI had not hit overbought territory, which typically happens every single freaking push. It didn't even matter if you're over here in your bear market over here. You still got up to overbought territory. We didn't have that happen this time around. This was all just consolidation. But the fact that we came up here, all right, within like $3 of all-time highs, pulled back, and then did it a second time. Yeah, we knew for a fact this was going to be the buying opportunity, all right? I could have been completely wrong, but I did point out, somewhere over here, if you want to, really see this thing come all the way back down here, it was going to happen like this. You were going to find buyers, you were going to get a lower high somewhere, and then you were going to come down. You had no reason to get bearish on this, and that is that. Support over here on QQ is 503.52, 501.01, 498.50. I do not think we're going to be coming back down here. We're going to take that off the chart right there. at our little zone right there. All right. So, for the meantime, guys, expect continuation or consolidation around this FOMC event. That's what I'm looking at. All right. Moving over here to IWM, guys. Holy sweet baby Jesus, it's up about 6% on the day, and it looks like it wants to go higher. You have heavy volume on the day. I think we're targeting this all-time high over here at 244.46. You did pop out of this ascending wedge we pointed out in yesterday's live stream. I did not record a video yesterday. Instead, I did, about an hour-long live stream where we took your ticker requests towards the end of the videos and pretty much just went over things like a normal video. So, let me know if you guys do like those. I know it doesn't, really get engagement, and it does not bring anybody new onto the channel. But, it is something that we do from time to time over there. You did pop above 226.64. You were getting real tight up here into the apex of this ascending wedge. You popped up, and guess what, guys? You're going to continue higher now. That is what is going to happen. If you pull back, it is certainly going to be a buying opportunity. All right. So if you see that, it is certainly going to be a buying opportunity. IWM wants to come up here. Now, IWM is probably going to be moving the most off of this rate hike decision tomorrow. So we are going to be paying attention to this guy. But I'm just going to say, I do think we are coming up here. All right. Support is going to be 236.31. You're, slightly above that right now. 233.64. 229.84 and 226.64. I don't think you're coming back down here. That's just my opinion. I think you're gonna get up here before you come back down here. Just my opinion. All right. But the next resistance, we're watching 240.76 and 244.46. That is over here. All right. So that's your little swing high there, and then your current all-time high over there. DIA also popped up to a new high today. Looking absolutely crazy on the indices today. Not much to talk about over here. You popped up to a new high. You're going to be probably moving higher here. Same concept as we just talked about. You have not gotten the RSI into overbought territory in quite some time. I do think we are going to definitely be seeing that. So I'm looking for further upside. Support is 433.20. And, under there, you kind of just had this little range you had going. I'm not going to say there's any clear support on this chart other than 433.20 to 431.42. I don't trade it, so we're not going to cover it too much, guys. But, above short-term moving averages, you can make it real simple for yourself. You can get risk on, and that is that. I do think any dip here is going to be buying opportunity, but I will point out, all right, guys, please do yourself a favor. And if you were, heavy on this dip and you see this pop, even if you're not, all right, you're up so freaking much. All right, just take a chill pill, step back, wait for the next trade setup to pop up. And there's that. All right. VIX is down here. I'm just going to say we have no reason to expect VIX to just magically bounce back from here. It can happen, but, a weekly time frame, you can see we had this ascending wedge right here. Same thing as IWM. IWM popped up. This thing sold. All right. So I'm not going to say this thing suggests it's just going to get magically bought up. You have the 4-hour RSI being oversold. You got the hourly RSI. Everything's oversold. It's the only thing I'm going to really point out here. I think you're coming back down here to 14.90. All right. Maybe you get a little pop. Maybe the indices get a little pullback around this FOMC event tomorrow. I have absolutely no idea how that's going to go. We do know the pullback is going to be a buying opportunity. Now, the only thing I really want to talk about today, guys, all right, is the Trump trade. All right, you have Tesla over here. Congrats if you end up playing that. We knew for a fact this thing was going to come up here and take out that 271 high again, and then it was probably going to be coming up to 300 if Trump won. All right, if Trump didn't win, we were probably going to see this thing fade because, his social media platform and his, company over here was probably going to come under, a lot of stress over the coming year or two. Because of, a certain administration does not support him whatsoever. But now we do have Trump, he's the president of the United States again. The Trump trade is here. I know DJT is, crapping the bed over here. But at the end of the day, we knew not to touch this thing. We knew Tesla was the thing that is going to be, skyrocketing off of this. It is now up around $40 on the day. It didn't matter if you had December 20 contracts, guys. If you're buying on this dip with me, you're up 200%. I sold around the open. I'm just going to say, guys, I think this thing is going up to 300. I think it's going to take out that 313.61 high over here. I think it's going to happen. All right. And then the other Trump trade is going to be Bitcoin. All right. We also talked about this. And, guys, I'm not always right. But, I definitely know a bullish chart when I see one over here. And, it's the same thing on QQ. And I hate when things just kind of take their dear sweet time because people are impatient and, they lose interest and stuff like that. And, they think, oh, somehow the market's going to magically crash. And I got to come in here and seem like a dickhead and remind everyone, hey, that's not actually how it works. And I don't mean to be rude when I say these things. But it is not how it works. And if you thought that was going to be the case and you were somehow magically just going to tank under here, you need more screen time, and I will help you out with that screen time. Just follow along with the daily videos, and you're going to get to see technical analysis every single day. And, we will follow along with these charts every single day. And we know there are things that these, when certain things happen, they lead to things like over here. You don't come this close. You don't break above the 0.786 fib. And like with all likelihood, you're going to come up and have 100% retracement. I understand things were taking their due sweet time, but now we're up at a new all-time high. I think this party is just getting started, all right? When certain things happen, certain things will fall, all right? And I will point that out here on this channel. That is my promise to you, all right? But for the meantime, guys, Bitcoin, I think 80K is incoming over here. We're having a fresh breakout, and this is what I was saying yesterday on my live stream. We needed something to bring new buyers into this thing. It's the Trump trade. You're going to have institutions getting all over this if Trump is running off of this and, really supporting Bitcoin. That is going to bring new buyers into the equation. We have been stuck in this range for a very long time. And guess what? You now have a catalyst and a reason for new buyers to come into the equation and take this thing higher. And I do think it is going higher. Now, what do I also think is going higher? I think all of these Bitcoin stocks are going higher, right? We knew this dip was going to be a buying opportunity. Congrats if you ended up taking this guy over here with me. I did not take the full position. I didn't think you were just going to start skyrocketing, but, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You're now up 30% of the day, $60 move, heavy volume. We are going to be taking out this high over here. I know we have the 272.55 high right there, swing high marked out. But 283.48 is really the level that I see incoming. We're going to clean up this chart real quick. We're going to take that off. We're going to take that off, take that off, take that off. All right. And, we're going to take that off. It's not needed. None of these things are needed. I think we are going to be continuing higher from here. The only level that I'm going to be paying attention to is right there at 220.26. I don't think you're going to pull back, but, you could pull back before coming up here. I just don't think that's going to be the case. All right. The one I'm focusing on over here. All right. So I've taken coin off. But CLSK, guys, it really has not had the move that, I've been looking for. And I think now we're going to see confidence come into these miners here. Take out 12.99, get a daily close above there. I think we're talking 15 to 20 bucks. I think this thing's going to see some squeeze action here. I think you're going to come up to 15 in the short term. You're now finally seeing your 20 to 30% day we were paying attention to, all right? We knew coin was going to be the main beneficiary of this because, people got to buy their Bitcoin. All right, chart was looking really clean over there. And this was the one that was participating in Bitcoin's rally over there, as well as MSTR. All right, MSTR is not up the most on the day. Not a surprise because, this thing has, rallied its absolute ass off this whole entire time. And now we're seeing some love from the other miners, okay? Well, not other miners, but the other crypto stocks. CLSK and Mara, Riot, Hut, those are miners. Coin and MSTR are not. All right. But yeah, above 12.99, we're looking for 15 bucks. I do think Bitcoin's coming to 80K. If that happens, guys, very likely this thing is going to start squeezing. All right. Like I'm talking, you're going to get a few more days like you have right now. We're going to get this action right here. This is exactly what I speak of right here. All right. Where you get a, 30 freaking percent day. And at that point, it is boom, shakalaka, lights out. We're coming, way higher and you're going to be paid. All right. What are we talking about next? We're talking Mara, guys. All right. We have no need to talk about all of these lower levels here at this point. Came into the golden pocket. It was a buying opportunity. You got the head and shoulders pattern going on here. You also have the larger bull flag setup going on here on the weekly time frame. I think Mara is setting up for some explosions. I think we're coming up to 20 bucks in the short term. I know you're already at 19, but I'm talking 21 to 22 bucks. That is what I'm looking for. All right. Resistance is going to be 1991, 2083, and then the 0.618 fib at 2190, we're going to say, but 22 bucks incoming. All right. That is really all I wanted to cover today, guys. I know, it's pretty self-explanatory what's going on here. Everything's rolling its butt off, and it's for good reason. All right, I'm just gonna share my opinion here, guys. The other person was gonna wreck the freaking economy and continue wrecking the freaking economy. Her whole plan was, let's give people more stuff. Let's print more money. Which if you don't know, guys, the U.S. debt, guys, the further that thing goes up, it pretty much all just gets put onto, you know, us, U.S. citizens, whether that's in the form of inflation or if that's in the form of taxes. It is one of the freaking other. They have to pay for these things. There's no way it just comes out of absolutely nowhere. Like, it does kind of come out of absolutely nowhere. It comes out of the treasuries. But, like, let's be completely real. That is going to take away your buying power. The more they put into the system, the more that happens. There's one that's running off of, oh, let's pretty much let's try and benefit the economy. And then there's the other one, let's give a freaking $25,000 tax credit to people. If you actually read into that, most people aren't going to actually qualify for that, but yet that was the main point she was running off of, as well as the other guys are racist. I'm going to be completely honest, all right? I don't want to share my political opinions on this channel. I don't want to really tie it into it. But, you know, I'm definitely going to say there is one side who is, you know, just supporting chaos. There was one side who wasn't. It was extremely obvious to me, and I hope it was extremely obvious to you. It didn't have to be, and don't feel bad if it wasn't. You know, and maybe you don't agree with me. Don't hate me for it. Don't hate me. I'm just being a complete realist. There was literally one that was running off of absolute BS, and everyone and their mothers was just like, oh, feelings. All right. And then there was the other one who was bringing America back. All right. And, you know, I'm going to be completely honest. One got freaking shot. One didn't. Let's be completely real. Who was the, you know, the positive being here? One got shot. One didn't. One gets called Hitler. One didn't. All right. How are you going to call the guy who got shot twice just for being at his freaking rally Hitler? Like, are you kidding me? You think that guy's inciting violence? Let's be completely real. All right. Don't think like that, guys. Don't. And, you know, I'm just going to say, I just saw a thing on Twitter showing that, you know, somehow there were way more votes in 2020 than there were here. Like, way more. Like 15 million more. How the heck is that possible? How the heck is that possible? Because they probably stole the election, all right? That's my opinion, all right? The only way Kamala was going to win this time around is if we somehow magically saw, you know, just boom, mail-in votes come out of absolutely nowhere, just enough to push it over the line, just like what happened in 2020. Again, 15 million votes more in 2020 than now makes absolutely no sense. And I hope that shit gets exposed. It makes no sense. There are more people now than there were back then. There are more immigrants now than there were back then. It makes absolutely no sense. Everybody had more of an incentive and everyone was more emotionally driven this election than the last one. Why was there 15 million votes more in the last one than this one? It's retarded. All right. So that's my opinion. I will share it, but I don't want to talk anymore about it. Because, you know, I know some of you guys are going to get riled up about it and call me stupid. But, you know, I'm just going to show you. I'm going to point to the facts. One calls the other one Hitler. All right? One is running off of BS that's not going to be supporting the economy. One got shot. One is running off of things that is going to support the economy. One wants to, you know, put Elon Musk in charge of government regulation over this spending. And, you know, let's be completely honest. How is that a bad thing? Like, seriously, how is that a bad thing? It's not. All right. So now that Trump has won, I will share that opinion. I know it's going to rile people up, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine, guys. You know, if you disagree with me, you can share why you disagree with me, but I can almost guarantee it's going to be, oh, the guy's a racist. Oh, the guy hates women. Oh, the guy he doesn't want women to get aborted. Like, just bullshit. All right. And I'm tired of seeing the bullshit. I'm tired of even having, you know, I don't have to, but I'm tired of sharing my opinion to counteract the bullshit. And then, oh, the person comments some other bullshit coming back at me. I'm annoyed by it. And I'm finally excited that it's going to stop. All right, guys. So I'll leave the video at that. Nice short 20-minute video here. I know we had a 5-minute political rant right there, but, you know, it is what it is, guys. Everything is probably going to go a lot higher here. Good luck out there. I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.